Hey, 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 listen, we got us a new show and we're going to stick beside it. Y'all hear me? Listen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, make sure that you watch this video, hit the like button. It's right down here somewhere. Also, if you like what you see, please subscribe. I appreciate all of my subscribers, and I would love for you to subscribe as well. Please make sure you tell your friends, you tell your family, you tell your coworkers, you tell the folks that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. Help me help you to see me. All right. Let's get into it. We are on to episode 2 of Reasonable Doubt. Remember last episode, we were basically getting to know the characters, and we talked about who the characters are. So what I wanted to do today, instead of giving like a play-by-play, blow-by-blow of whatever's happening, I wanted to kind of delve into these characters because there is an overall plot, but then there's a few subplots that are going on that is affecting this overall plot. So, real quickly, I wanted to talk about each character. As you know, I've had 2 episodes to kind of suss them out. And what I did was just I went through all the characters and I used at least 2 words or 2 phrases uh, off the cuff of my head and wrote them down as to how I'm describing them. So let's talk about Jax. The 2 things that I wrote about was, first of all, she's spicy. She's real spicy. And what I mean by that is that, you know, she gives you this put together demeanor, but underneath she is just, things are just going. She's real spicy. And I don't know if it's bad behavior, but it's spicy behavior. And also I put on there needs to control. She needs to make sure that she is in control of a situation, regardless of what it is, that she has a level of control. And when she doesn't have a level of control, she gets I don't want to call it challenging, but it's something there that she gets, but there's a level of control. The thing that I got from Lewis is that he's stubborn with slight arrogance. He kind of thinks he knows it all. He kind of thinks that if he says it, or if he can kind of talk about it, everything is going to be okay. Um, and I don't mean that he's coming from a bad place. That's just the first couple of things that came out as I thought about him. So then we get about Damon, and that's Michael Ealy's character. He has an ulterior motive. There's something going on with him. There is some ulterior motive. He is coming across like this. I believe he's gotten real jaded while he's been in prison. Now he's coming across to Jax like, oh, you know, I really believe that you fought for me, but I don't think he really believes that. There is something there. There's an ulterior motive going on. All of this is with an ulterior motive, and he's calculating because he's calculating without making it look like he's being calculated. But we'll get back to him in a minute. So we're going to talk about Fallon. Now, Fallon is Kalicia's cousin. Something about her is suspect to me, and she's manipulative because she talks to Jax real manipulatively. You know, I think you're going to help me or something like that. It's something about her. I just don't know. Now, Kalicia, she is the victim because she's dead, right? But there's something about her that's crying out to us. I don't know what it is, but her spirit is crying out to us. Like, you really need to know the truth about these people that I'm around. Kalicia's husband, I just got on there phony and rehearsed. He seems so phony. He seems so rehearsed. I'm not saying that he killed her, but he seems phony and rehearsed. Then we have Braylon. Now, Braylon is the guy over Clout. He is one of the people that's over Clout. He seems very guarded, controlling with a bit of perpetration. So there's some kind of perpetration going on with him. Don't know what that is, but those are the phrases that I got for him. And then we talk about Mama Lou. She gives me typical boomer behavior. You know, She wants her daughter to be married. She feels like her daughter, all the stuff that her daughter has done, she doesn't feel like she's accomplished unless she's married. And so she wants her to hold on to that marriage, even though it's a bad marriage. She gives me, I'm a good mother. I did the best that I can, but your actions didn't show that you were doing the best that you could. And I hope I make sense, and I'm not being accusatory, but a lot of times in that generation, they don't want you to question their motherhood or their fatherhood. I provided you with clothes on your back and stuff, and that's all I was supposed to do. But there is something going on between her and Jax that we really, really need to get in the middle of. We ain't getting in the middle of all that yet. So let's just go over what's going on now. Like I said before, and I think I spilled it in the last episode, child, Kalisha is dead. As you remember in the last episode, Kalisha was supposed to have gone on Good Morning America, and she was supposed to have done her interview with Good Morning America, airing out her problems with Braylon. And I think she was going to mention an SA abuse and all of that and what was going on in the company. So she's dead. Her husband and Fallon are there. And like I said before, the husband seems very performative. Oh my gosh, we were supposed to be getting back together and we were supposed to move in. He lying. I don't think none of that was going to happen. I really don't think any of that's going to happen. Fallon, they asked her who she thought killed him, and she said Braylon. She said Braylon, child. So that's basically the overall plot. The overall plot is that there is this murder. And this is what Jax and her firm are going to be handling this murder. That's the big whole plot. So we have Kalisha dead. We have Fallon. We have Braylon. Braylon is professing his innocence, but he has done a lot of things suspect. Number one, he went to go see Kalisha the night before she was supposed to do her GMA interview. So he is high on the suspect list because he was there. The police have proof that he was there. Also, he also told the lawyers, Jax and Rich, that Kalisha signed the NDA. So in Jax's mind, that releases him as far as guilt because he got what he wanted. He got what he wanted in Kalisha signing the NDA. However, they had sex again. So I can't tell you if it was consensual or not. Don't know. In Braylon's eyes, it was consensual. He had sex. He had the NDA. He also described to Jax that he felt like his wife is a good wife and a good mother, but he seemed like a little obsessed or enthralled with Kalisha. So I don't know, in there's a lot of things. Did he or didn't he kill him? It's possible. Was there a relationship, or was there an ultimatum like Jack's husband gave her? Either leave your wife or be with me, or I'm gonna leave the company, I'm gonna ruin the company. If it was something like that going on. Also, too, one of the characters that they have on there, but they really don't talk to, is Braylon's partner. We don't hear much from him, but he's in the background being the very, very supportive friend. But I also can figure out that he's also a business partner, and this man wants this deal to go through so he can be a billionaire, and he don't want nothing to stop that, y'all. He don't want nothing to stop that. And so I am real hold on, y'all. I just want that to scroll. He gives me like he's doing some stuff in the background that he shouldn't be. So that's the big overall thing. So let's get to all these little subplots, child. So as we pick up from the last episode again, Jax has something going on with her. I told you she's spicy. She has some control issues. And there's something going on. There's something under the surface because I found it to be odd that, first of all, I found it odd that Lewis has all these cameras everywhere and that he's checking these cameras daily, knowing that there's nothing going on. He hired somebody to watch out for her on the outside. And then he has somebody on the inside. Now, my first thought was he's trying to keep tabs on her, when she goes, where she goes, and all this other stuff. But it backfired on him because Jax had sex with the bodyguard. And oh, I'm sorry. That was wrong. Um, so Jax basically discards Will. He tries to fix her some breakfast. He thinks it's something else going on, but Jax quickly discards of him, and she is not even worried about him. So let's get into this Jackson Lewis subplot. They still have problems. It was weird. They got together. They went to go see Lewis's brother perform, but even before then, they were talking about. They tried to initially talk about their issues and they tried to initially talk about their problems, but both of them lack the skill of communication. They lack the skill of active listening. And when Jack started to talk about going to counseling, Lewis kind of shot that down. I'm not going to pay nobody no money to tell us, no, we need to talk. No, y'all are lacking skills. Y'all are compatibly sexually. Y'all are compatibly as far as being co-parents and stuff like that. But right now at this stage in you all's lives, you all lack the skills of listening and active communication, active listening and effective communication. You don't know how to get your thoughts across because everything has to be a fight. Everything has to be, it's my way, or no, it's my way, or so you all want it to be your way and you're not trying to compromise. You all have issues, you all have things, and you all have things to say, but y'all are not willing to listen and y'all not willing to communicate. And you do need a third party. Hopefully you all will do that. If it's important, if this marriage is important to you all, you will do that. But I'm seeing a big spiral. You talked about that. The other subplot that I see going on is between Jax and her mom. Now, her mom is wanting Jax to get her marriage together because you married a good man, girl, and you won't let no good man go. And Jax feels like her mother is not supportive of her enough, not protective of her enough. So they're not saying what it is, but you can feel it swirling. And because one of the things that Jax's mom said, Mama Lou said, was, "You're acting as if I was not a good mother." That guilt, like, how dare you say I'm not a good mama? I've been the best mama to you, and you gonna treat me like this, and it's the all I do for you. I keep your babies, I do this, and then you want to act like I'm not being a good mama. That kind of guilt trip, you know how your mamas do, child. Y'all know how y'all mamas do. So there is that underlying plot going on. Who else? Who else? Who else? Jax and her friends. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Bring it up here. Here we go. Not that. Nope. The friend up here in the pink. You see her? Now, Jax and her friend group is they're friendly, they're good girlfriends, they do talk about stuff, but Jax has an issue with this young lady in the pink up here because it's almost like the girl in the pink knows something about Jax that she's not telling, and Jax is really really working on her not telling that information. And so every time this woman says anything, Jax takes it as an affront. The other friends feel it, but we don't know exactly what that is. And I noticed that it's something about Jack's past that the girl in the pink knows. I'm going to get their names. I'm going to get the friends' names. I'm going to be more diligent to get their friends. I'm just calling them the friend group, but she knows something. And she almost mentioned it, but Jax kind of cut her off with something very curt. She said something curt to her, and the girl knew to kind of back off. She knew how to back off, but it's something there. I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you what it is. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot going on. That's just 2 episodes. And it's a lot going on in this show. I am enjoying that. I am loving the fact that there is so much going on. You're just not focused on this potential murder case and Braylon being the defendant in this potential murder case. There is a lot of stuff going on because all the characters in there. Oh, did I mention? Baby, how is about Damon? Damon is going to her church, child. Now he's playing it off. And this is what I wanted to talk about before. I'm glad I stopped. He seems very calculating. I think he knew what church she went to. For some reason, I believe that he has been cyber stalking her, like looking her up, figuring out what she's doing. I think he knows where she lives. I think she knows where she goes to church. I think he knows where she hangs out with her friends. I think he knows all of this information. There's something going on. He's really, really, really trying to get very close to her. So there's something going on. I don't know exactly what it is. My initial thoughts is that he may be related to somebody in this whole case thing. He may be related to them. Not really sure. The one thing I do know, Kalisha seems like she knew a little bit about Jax, because you remember in the first episode, she said when someone is SA'd, you are supposed to defend them as a Black woman, and you should know better than that. And she said that, and this is why I think that there's some air of that going on around in Jax, because Jax was very, very that was a tender spot for her. You can tell that was a tender spot. But anyway, honey, this is a show, child. This is a joke. Are y'all excited? I am. I'm enjoying this show. So this is our new show that we're going to pick up along with Atlanta, honey. Check out my Atlanta review. I just completed it and uploaded. I'm getting ready to upload this. Thank you all so much for subscribing. I really, really, truly do appreciate that. If you want to support this channel, please hit that like button. That helps me with my engagement. If you want to talk about or you have a theory going on about this show, please leave it down in the comments. I do read your comments and I do respond. Also, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Again, tell a friend, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell that person that you can't stand it. I'm over here doing these videos. Help me help you to see me. All right, people, we're going to get off here. But as always,